Aye, shepherd's pie, greetings from the Philippines. I'm back. I'm in Dumaguete, in a place called the Brew Garden, with my new friend Andy, who's the owner stroke brewmaster. I don't know what the correct term is. But Andy will tell us in a second. So we're just going to sit down and have a little chat. Well, thanks for joining us, Andy. It's great that you've agreed to have a chat with the channel.
Okay, no problem.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from, mate?
So I'm from Belgium, the northern part of Belgium, from Flanders. Little town, it's between two bigger cities. The other one is Ghent and the other one is Bruges.
Okay.
Just in between is my little hometown. So I lived there before I went to the Philippines. All my life I just lived in one city in Belgium. And in there I worked for a social security company.
Right.
So in Belgium it's like every person is insured. They have their social security, everyone working, non-working, no problem. So my job was an office job before, for a social security company working for the government in Belgium.
And how long did you do that for?
I did it 14 years.
14 years. And was that your first kind of job from leaving school or university, or?
My first job, I worked for the same social security company, but in the headquarters in Brussels, and a different service. It was more the law department.
Okay. Did you enjoy that?
It was okay because I'm a criminologist.
I thought you were going to say you were a criminal then.
Yes, slight difference.
Right.
No, I'm a criminologist, so our subject was always law.
Right.
A big deal of our studies was law subject. So it was okay. It was reading law text and transforming it into much more accessible text.
Okay, so you were making it user-friendly.
Yes.
And were you married during this time, or were you single, or what was your?
I was single. I was single in Belgium. Yeah, was never married until 2009. I went on holiday with two of my friends to the Philippines.
Oh wow! How old were you at this stage?
Excuse me?
How old were you then?
I was 33 years. Yes.
And had you been with the company 14 years then? Was that like the 14 years took you up to that age, or were you still?
Yeah, so I worked first in the headquarters, then I had another job, and then my last job in Belgium was 14 years.
Okay.
In the security company.
So you came to the Philippines with your friends?
Yes, 2009. And there is where I met my wife.
Right.
So we married in 2010 in the Philippines, and then the same year I asked for a family reunion visa in Belgium, and in the end of 2010 my wife was able to stay in Belgium.
Okay, let's just backtrack a couple of seconds. Where did you go in the Philippines on your holiday? I mean, where did you meet your wife?
We met each other in Osamis, yes, Mindanao.
Mindanao, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we did a bit of land trip, or we visited several places in the Philippines. We were in Osamis, Pagadian, Cebu City, also Panglao, and then Manila, of course, also.
Okay.
That was a bit, for...
Did the two friends you go with, did they meet wives as well, or was it just you?
Well, the purpose was, my two friends, they had already an online relationship with the Filipina.
Ah, okay, so that's why you were coming.
And they want to go to the Philippines to meet their partner in real life. But at that time, I didn't have a Filipino or Filipina partner online. So but I want to go to the Philippines.
Okay, so they
You
went to
just-
meet, they went to meet their girlfriends. You came single. You left back
I
married.
just want to be as a tourist in here.
So
But
how?
okay, so one of my friends married with his partner. I'm married with the Filipino girl I met in Los Angeles, and the other friend didn't marry. So that's
Okay.
how it was.
So how long after meeting your wife did you get married?
So we met each other in May 2009, and then April 2010 we married.
Okay, and you were back in Belgium, were you then, or?
No, we married in the Philippines.
Now what I mean is, after you met her, presumably you had to go back to Belgium because
Yes.
you were on holiday.
Yes,
then you
I was
kind of
on-
had a long distance relationship for a bit, then came back
so
out.
I was on holiday in the Philippines while I was married, and then I went back to Belgium, back to work, and processing the family reunion visa. And then I guess it was October or November, winter time in Europe. My wife was able to come over to Belgium.
I'm sorry, what's your wife's name?
Beverly.
Beverly.
Yes.
What did Beverly think of Belgium then? That must have been a bit of a culture shock.
Well, she arrived in winter time, and every Filipina is excited to see the snow, to feel the snow, because it's always nice in the movies. A nice white blanket covering everything. But when they go out and they experience the snow, after 5 minutes they are
And
back
the cold
inside.
that comes with it. So how long were you and Beverly living in Brussels, Belgium? For, sorry?
In Belgium we lived till September 2016.
Oh, so 6 years then, it was like
6 years. And then meanwhile my wife was also had the Belgian nationality. So my wife is dual citizen. She's Filipina and she's Belgian. And then in September 2016 we moved to the Philippines to build our life in here.
How difficult is the process? Because I'm assuming with Belgium being in the EU, is it a uniform process for every country, or is Belgium different to say Holland or France in terms of bringing a partner over?
I guess it's different.
Right.
So in Belgium, before, if you lived 3 years in Belgium, you speak one of the languages in Belgium, you have a job, you earn your own money, then you were able to become Belgian. But that changed from 3 years into 5 years.
Okay. But what about you actually bringing the wife over? Because in the UK it's quite difficult. It's like I think it's, never done it, but people have said it's like £2,500 for the visa and you've got to go through all these processes and all that kind of thing. Was it like that in Belgium? Was it?
You know, in Belgium you have to process some papers. Yeah. I don't know the costs anymore. It was not so expensive.
But did you have to have prove a certain income? Because again, I think in the UK you've got to prove that you've got a place to live and you've got a salary of a certain amount. You've
Yeah.
basically got to prove that you can support the spouse when they come over. Was that the same?
Proof of income is necessary for a tourist visa,
Okay, but not.
but I don't know. I don't remember for a family reunion.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Maybe it's also like that, and maybe it's already changed. I don't know because those things changes almost every year.
And they do indeed. And it always gets harder. It never gets easier.
It's getting harder for Asian countries. It becomes difficult. Yeah.
So 2016, that's when you did the big move back to the Philippines?
Well, for my wife, back to the Philippines. For me, going to the Philippines.
And what was your plan then? Because obviously we'll talk about the business you've got now,
Yeah.
but was that your plan to come to the Philippines and open a business?
Yeah, that was the plan, because what can you do as a foreigner in the Philippines? Okay, you can look for an online job, but I didn't have an online job at that time. So for me it was the most approachable thing is to open a resto bar, which we did first in Zamboanga City, Mindanao.
Okay, so this wasn't the first. Okay,
This
so
was not the first, because my wife is from Zamboanga City, so we opened there a resto bar. We had two, Zamboanga city, and then after 2 years, we sold our business and we moved to Dumaguete.
But you didn't have any experience of running resto bars
No.
or anything like that?
No,
Did Beverly?
also not.
Wow, you've done well.
My experience is only at the other side of the bar
Yeah,
at
well,
that time.
You've done very well. I've said on a few of the videos, because sometimes I interview some people and I always say, don't buy a bar, don't buy a hotel, do a business you know about. Don't do something because they all go, but you're the exception to the rule. You did it and it worked.
Well, yeah, okay, you have some knowledge because you think how to do it, and you do it. You go for it. You have to give yourself 100%. If you do it only 70-80%, it will never work. Never. You have to do every day. You stand up and okay, today we go for it again and again and again.
No, that's the mentality. So you liked it over there with the two resto bars? I mean, it was nice there.
It was different. Zamboanga city is a big city, a bigger city than Dumaguete, and not so many expats in Zamboanga. There were, but they were most of the time hiding inside their house. So our customers were local people.
Oh, Filipinos.
Yeah, local people, but professional local people.
Yeah.
Like we had nurses, doctors, lawyers, because our first business was near to the Hall of Justice. So those were our clientele, people who were working in there visited our place.
Did you find it, I mean, because obviously, as you said, they were successful, you had two of them, but was it hard in the beginning? I mean, were you successful from the start, or was it like, a lot of mistakes made along the way, you know what I mean?
It is not so easy because the Philippines is a different culture than Belgium or than Western Europe. Yeah, they have different eating culture. They have a different drinking culture. So you have to learn. You really have to learn what the people want. Dumaguete is a bit easier because we have a lot of expats in here. We have almost the same culture. Filipinos not. Their food is different. Especially in Zamboanga city, there the people are not really familiar with Western restaurants. The restaurants in there are really local restaurants. So if you want to open a business, a restaurant serving Western food, it takes a while. Yeah, it takes quite some time before the people will accept it. Yeah, our spaghetti was not sweet. That's already the first thing. You know? The people in there, they know the spaghetti from Jollibee, from other places. They don't really know our spaghetti.
So did you have to change your spaghetti, or did they come around to your way of doing it?
We didn't change our spaghetti, no, we stayed with the same recipe. But the people, in the beginning was difficult, but after a while the people accept it and
Got to know, yeah.
they taste the difference. That was also the same with the hamburger. Our hamburger was real meat. And there you have to fight against the fast food restaurants. Okay, there were also different restaurants, but not so much. And Western food, only maybe a few places. So that's how it is. Also bringing the imported beers to Zamboanga. People only know the San Miguel beers. Local people who went already outside of the country for meetings or to study abroad. Okay, they know some Belgian beer, they know some German beers. That's okay. There was also people who can afford it. Yeah? Lawyers, doctors, whatever.
Professional kind of high pay band.
Yeah, they can afford it, and they want to try. They want to try a different taste than the local beers. So it was quite okay.
Better than living in Belgium. It was better than living in Belgium.
It's different. It's different than living in Belgium. Yeah. Some things are better in Belgium. Some things are better in here. The weather is much better than in Belgium. Every day you wake up, t-shirt, shorts, no problem. Always the same. In Belgium, long sleeves, short sleeves, what are you gonna wear? A jacket, no jacket. But here, not a problem.
So, did you sell those two businesses before you came to Dumaguete, or?
Yeah, we sold the two businesses. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what made you come to Dumaguete?
Well, so in Zamboanga City in Mindanao we have a Muslim population and you have a Catholic population. Yeah? And Zamboanga City also. It was like a bit more Catholic people than Muslim people. But after the Marawi siege,
Okay.
was 16 or 17, something like that. So people were fleeing out of Marawi, the city of Marawi, which were Muslim people, and then more and more Muslim people came to Zamboanga city, and they changed the city also. Yeah, with the original Muslim people in Zamboanga, you don't have problem. Not at all. They eating pork, they drink alcohol, but the other Muslim people, they want halal food, they want non-alcoholic drinks, no pork, etc., etc. So it was changing.
Okay.
The situation was changing. And then people from Zamboanga, they know Dumaguete because already people are working here from Zamboanga city. Sometimes people, they come to here to visit Dumaguete. And several people told us if you want to have like a western kind of restaurant bar, move to Dumaguete. Yeah? It's not a big city, there are a lot of foreign people in there. There are already some western restaurants in Dumaguete, so it will be easier for you to have a business like you have in Dumaguete.
So it made sense to give this a try. When you had the resto bar, were you brewing your own beer in that there?
In Zamboanga, not.
No, okay, right, fine. So,
I started here in 2016. I met another Belgian who was brewing beer already. He lived in Sibulan and he brewed beer in his own house. So, because his idea was to open a brew pub with his own brewing kettle, brewing equipment. But unfortunately, his father became more and more sick in Belgium, so he decided to go back to Belgium to take care of his father. And at that time, he sold his brewing equipment to me.
so that fancy, amazing stuff behind you, that was his stuff, was it?
That was his stuff, yes.
And he had that in his house?
He had that in his house. Yeah.
Wow. It's, so, had you already bought this place, or did you buy that afterwards?
We rent this place.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, when you first opened this, you weren't brewing your alcohol. That came afterwards, or you've been brewing it here from the start?
Then I was already brewing.
Okay.
Yes. So I was brewing maybe in not 2000. We moved to Dumaguete in 2018. So I guess 2018, maybe 2019, I was learning how to brew beer. Yeah, already, and then the end of 2019 in December, this business was open.
So what was this place before?
It was vacant.
Just a lot, and you built.
Well, the house was here.
Okay.
The house was already here. Everything was already here. We built some extra, but most of the things were already here. So it was vacant. What was it? It was like a hostel before, I heard. And then it was also like a restaurant before. But when we opened it, it was nothing.
Okay, so
Just an empty house.
my maths is no good, but so basically about 5 years this has been open? Have I got that right?
It will be December this year, it will be 5 years.
Okay. And how's it doing? I mean, I will say, I've been here a couple of times. I only met Andy last week, and this place is amazing. You know, I never knew it was here. I met an American guy in the Kingswick, Jack. He said, "Come down," and it's an amazing place. The atmosphere is great, better than any bar I've been to in Dumaguete. The beers are amazing. I mean, it's a real find. Where are we? Is that the San Jose Road? Is this?
This is Jose Romero Road.
Jose Romero.
From the road from Robinson to Valencia.
Okay, so if you come to Dumaguete, head up towards Valencia. It's the Jose Romero Road. I'm sure if you ask a trike driver, they'll know what it is. But it really is a great place. How's it doing in terms of what you expected? Has it done better than you thought it was going to do? Is it doing what you? I mean, because I've been here now, it's great. But was it like that the first couple of years? Did it take time to build up your clientele?
Well, we started the end of 2019. And it went well, because it was a new place, so the people were coming, and it was good. It was really good, better than expected. But then, of course, March 2020, there we have it. Yeah, the pandemic was there, and from all the things we were building up, all of a sudden it was finished. Yeah. People were not allowed to go out anymore. We were not allowed to open for I don't know, 2 months, or then we were allowed to open, but we were not allowed to serve alcohol.
How can you have a brew house that doesn't serve alcohol?
Yeah, and then we were allowed to open, but people were not allowed to sit at the bar, only at the dining tables, and there was only allowed to have 2 people at the bench instead of 3, and a lot of restrictions, So yeah, it was for no one, yeah, here, and for no business. It was really funny times, no? But yeah,
it must have been stressful, because I mean, you didn't know it was going to be 2 months. Presumably, you didn't know how long it was going to be, etc.
No one. No. In the beginning, you think, oh, it will take 2 months, 3 months, but it was quite long. And you have to survive. Yeah, you have to find a way to survive. It was not easy, but okay, our customers were loyal. They were still coming to here. We were very grateful for that. That our customers at that time still supporting us. So without them, it was we never could survive. Never.
What kind of nationalities have you got here? Because when I've been here, but I've only been here a couple of times, it's been mainly Americans and Canadians. Is that just the nights I came? I mean, other nights, are there more? You know what I mean? What's your biggest?
Well, we have people from all over the world. The Western world, we have them all. From Canada to New Zealand, we have them all. But yes, most of our people are Europeans.
Are they?
Yeah, German speaking, like from Germany, from Austria, from Switzerland. French speaking people we have also from France, from Switzerland. Yeah, we have Dutch people, we have Belgian people in here.
Do you get many Filipinos?
We also have local people. That's most of the time during weekends, because they are working. During the weekdays and the weekends, they come to here, and it's nice people, nice local people. They really like the craft beer. If you wonder why I have the 1 liter glasses in here, it's the Filipino people who drink the 1 liter glasses. Not the German ones, no, it's the Filipino one.
I like the 1 liter glasses.
And it's nice, and they drink, they eat. It's nice people, really. At the end, it's one bill all together. They share the food, the drinks. Everyone pays. sharing the bill also.
That's nice. That's a nice way of doing it.
Yeah.
I noticed when I arrived today, I was looking at you. You've got a wide selection of beers. How many do you actually brew yourself? Because you can't do all of those, surely, because there's about 50 beers on the side of the car.
Yeah, I know. I only have 2 beers.
Right.
Both are lager style types. One is we call it the Garden's Lager. It's 5% alcohol. And the other one is 7% alcohol with the name December 20. Why December 20? Because that beer I was brewing for our grand opening 2019, which was December 20.
How long does it take to make a batch?
It takes 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. The brewing, it's a couple of hours. The fermentation is 3 to 5 days, and then it has to be matured. It has to be matured, and that takes 3 weeks, something like that.
Okay. And how long does it keep for on the old draft? Because it's
I guess, but maybe 1 week, a bit longer, but it never lasts.
Never lasts that long.
In one keg, it never lasts 1 week.
Fantastic.
One keg is 19 liters. So sometimes in one day I sell 1 keg. Or if we have really a crowded evening, it can be 3 to 4 kegs in one evening.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a good night.
The last Filipino group, they drank 35 liters of beer.
Wow.
So that was amazing.
And where do the other craft beers come from then? Are they locally sourced?
The other ones in our chiller, they are imported beers. So those are Belgium and German beers.
Oh, so all those craft beers on the side, they're like all bottled beers.
Bottled beers,
okay.
Imported
okay.
beers.
I thought maybe you got them from
other local breweries. No, those are imported beers.
Okay. And how many brew houses are there in Dumaguete?
That's a tricky question. I don't know them all. Yeah, I know further up or in Valencia, there you have Apollon Brewery.
Right.
Apollon Brewery is a nice place, very nice. It's up in the mountains. Only open during the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The name of the owner is John. And he brews, I guess, 10 to 12
Wow.
different kind of beers. That's more an American style of beer. IPAs, porter, like that. Also lager, yeah. That's nice.
It's amazing.
I can say to the people, for example, on a Sunday morning you go to the Valencia market, and after the market you go to Apollon Brewery, and you will have a nice day.
Well, I can tell you Andy's a very humble guy, because there is another brew house, I'm not going to name it, but I went to a brew house a couple of days ago and I said to him last night, I said, I tell you what, your beer's better. And he was like, no, you can't say that, it's individual taste.
Yeah.
He wasn't having it. But,
that's one. Near to Boulevard you have Negrense.
Okay.
That's a bit like at the back of Casablanca. Upstairs there you have Negrense. So they also have their own beer. I don't know how many different kinds, maybe 3 to 4. What else? Then you have Birdie Num Num. Beers from Birdie Num Num. I don't know where they are located now, I guess in Dowie. But those beers you can drink in Finbar, in the local, in Fronte Mare Pizzeria. They have some bars they provide with Birdie Num Num beer.
It's very nice. I mean, I lived in Sigil for 7 months before I come in. I've only been back in Dumaguete a couple of weeks. And it's amazing how different it is in terms of, in Sigil, everyone plays pool. I think there's one dartboard on the whole of the island. Here, there's dartboards everywhere. Yeah. In Sigil, there's only one place I know called the Baja Bar, which does a couple of craft beers. And they're very expensive, like $400 or $500 a litre. But here, everyone plays darts. There's brew houses everywhere. It's like a totally different, culture. Mm-hmm. And it's good. I'm enjoying it. So, what are your plans then for the future, Andy? What are you planning to do with this place? You're going to brew more beers or grow, or you're happy the way you are?
We are happy right now. We are happy. What we are thinking for the future is not so much different. Maybe on a good day we have a large garden at our site. Maybe we're gonna open the garden, put some tables and chairs in there, and and people can sit in the garden more relaxed. We will see. And maybe we have an idea to build a stage also in the garden for the live bands.
Okay.
Because now the live bands are playing in our dining area. Or maybe that's a plan. We don't know yet. To put the live bands in the garden, and it's so more distance. The sound will be better. Here it's a bit covered. Sometimes it's a bit loud, the band. But if we can put them in the garden, maybe it will be better.
Nice.
Also more place in there.
You don't have plans to open another one or anything? You're happy happy doing the best with this?
The second place, not really, Our experience as an owner, my wife and me, you have to be in your business. Yeah. You have to be in your business. If you're in another location, then one business, the people don't see you. Maybe they drink only 1-2 beers and they leave. Because people come to here to meet us. To meet my wife, to meet me, talking to each other. That's how it is. So if you are in another place, maybe the same people move to the other place.
You have an amazing atmosphere in that bar. I was like, it's there's lots of nice places, lots of nice bar owners and places there, but you've got a real party, a happy vibe when you come in there. Everyone's like, the girls behind the bar are fantastic. It's like you've done well to create that.
Yeah, we have some wonderful evenings and nights in here. It's nice because I guess it's the way how the bar is created, how the bar is built. It's a U shape. And people, where they sit at the bar, they still can talk to each other. From one side of the bar to the other side of the bar. And that makes it a bit unique.
Well, it's I lived in Thailand for 7 years before I came here. And you are the closest to a Thai bar I've been to in terms of the atmosphere and the feel and things like that. It's a good vibe. It's a good vibe. Not the places you go to and the women, like the ladies behind the bar, and that they'll serve you a drink and that's it. But here they're laughing and joking, and it's a good. Good vibe.
Our waiters are friendly. Yeah, they talk with the customers, and also our customers also, if new customers come inside, they're gonna say good evening. They're gonna talk also to the new customers.
Very friendly bunch.
That's how it is. They let you feel welcome in here. And that's nice. That's what I always wanted, that people go to a place and they talk to each other. That's really nice. Nowadays it's difficult. No, people are busy with their cell phone. People are watching TV in a bar. I never wanted that. Because for me, people go to a bar to talk,
to socialise.
Yeah, that's how it is.
That's how it should be.
Should be, and that's nice. If we have days like that, if we have evenings like that, but everyone is sitting at the bar, everyone is talking to each other, the time flies, really. It can be 1 o'clock night time, it can be 2 o'clock night time, and then everyone, it's already so late. Right? That's nice. That's really, that's the energy. The energy they give to us to continue the business.
Yeah. What you're doing, I'm impressed, mate, because when I was in Thailand, I met so many people They bought bars, they'd never done it before, they didn't know what they're doing. When I lived in Pattaya for a little while, I think it's like 85-90% of all the bars go under each year because someone buys them. It's so competitive, they go under, sell it to someone else, you know. The bars are still there, but the owners are continually changing, which is why I've said a few times on the channel, don't buy a bar unless you know what you're doing, don't buy a restaurant unless you've had a restaurant, because you don't know what you're doing. But you're the exception to the rule. You've come over here, you've had 3 successful businesses, you didn't know how to brew beer, but you taught yourself and that, you know. I'm very impressed, mate, very impressed.
Yeah, that's what I said before, you have to go for it 100%, because the competition is very strong. In Dumaguete, you have a lot of restaurants and bars. It's like every week new places are open, and that's why if you are only 50%, the competition will take you over, or the competition will kill you.
No, we got to
That's in everything. That's in every job like this. In the sport also, you have to be 100%.
No, wise words, wise words. We'll bring the interview to an end now. But just before I do, chance to do a little you can do a bit of sales pitch, because when I came down this afternoon, I noticed on a Wednesday you do, was it 2 beers for 1? 2 for 1, it was saying on the San Miguel's.
On Wednesday we have a San Miguel promo. It's from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. If you buy 5 beers, you get 1 Pilsen for free.
Okay.
So it's 5 Pilsen you buy, and then you have the 6th for free.
What about other nights? I'm just saying because I don't know what promotions you do it, but if you've got any special nights, now's the time to tell.
So there's a promo of San Miguel. Our promo is every day from Monday until Saturday, because on Sunday we are closed. Every Sunday we are closed. But every day from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. we have happy hours. And then our regular beers is less 10 peso.
Okay.
A light will be 60 peso, Pilsen will be 60 peso, the flavored beer will be 60 peso, like that. Our craft beer regular size will be 60 peso from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay, good stuff, good to know. I'm glad you told me you were closed on Sunday because I didn't realise that. It's a long way to come down here if it's closed. Well, thanks for sitting down, Andy. It's been a real pleasure. You're an interesting bloke. This is a great bar. And if you're in Dumaguete, already living in Dumaguete, and you've not been here, try it. If you're visiting Dumaguete, try it. It really is. It's a great place, and I don't get paid to do these. I'm not. You know, I'm talking from the heart. It's a good place. Thanks for sitting down with Andy. We'll end it now. I know you're a busy man with all your brewing and that, so I won't take up any more of your time. If you like the video, smash the like button. Be fantastic if you subscribed. Whether you do or whether you don't, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stay safe and be lucky.